William and Harry urged to make peace as brothers reunite to unveil statue of Diana. Prince Harry has been urged to reconcile with Prince William in tribute to their mother who would have been 60 today. The brothers, at war over Harry's claims made in his bombshell Oprah Winfrey interview, have called a truce to unveil a statue to Diana this afternoon. It is seen as the first step towards ending a row that erupted after the Duke of Sussex's explosive claims of racism in the royal family in the TV show last March. The princes have not spoken at length since, but royal biographer Robert Lacey said last night, some sort of reconciliation would be the finest tribute they could make to their mother. The Duke of Cambridge and the Duke of Sussex will be reunited at the public unveiling of a statue erected in memory of their late mother, in the sunken garden of London's Kensington Palace, one of Diana's most treasured retreats. The estranged siblings are making tentative moves towards a full mending of fences and will both make emotional speeches at the ceremony. Repairing their fractured relationship would be the greatest way of remembering their mother, said Mr. Lacey. He said, they will be the first to understand how some sort of reconciliation would be the finest tribute they could make to their mother. Whether that can happen quickly is another question. I think it's more likely to be the beginning of a slow reconciliation. But it's hopeful. The princes are due to meet informally after the ceremony to discuss their row, which deepened following Harry's claims to U.S. chat show host Oprah Winfrey and later podcast accusations about suffocating life as a senior royal. Their father Prince Charles will be absent from both of today's meetings, increasing speculation that he is still seething after his youngest son's outbursts. It is not clear if they will be joined by William's wife the Duchess of Cambridge, who previously has acted as peacemaker. A royal source said, tensions are undoubtedly running high, but this project is incredibly personal to both brothers and they both realize that it is important to put any differences aside, for the ceremony at least. There is definitely a feeling that both camps are prepared to come together and put on a united front for such a special occasion. The unveiling will be an intimate occasion. Also due to attend are Diana's brother Earl Spencer and her older sisters Lady Sarah McCorquodale and Baroness Fellows, plus sculptor Ian Rank Broadley and garden designer Pip Morrison. A source described the ceremony as a very personal moment for the family. Mr. Lacey, historical consultant to Netflix series The Crown, said there are some quite convincing reasons for the once close brothers to repair their relationship. He continued, Duchess of Sussex, Meghan is a successful actress and Harry does his work for charity. But at the end of the day their appeal, and hence their commercial appeal and commercial contracts they've got to live on, does depend on maintaining some sort of link with the royal family. On the other side, as William looks into the future of his monarchy, that he will take over and which is beginning to shape already, he doesn't want to exclude the only mixed-race members of the family from royal status or from being members of the family. Harry and Meghan are no longer working members of the family, but that doesn't stop them being blood members. The royal biographer highlighted the Queen's Platinum Jubilee next June as another milestone, saying the Queen will want the Duke and Duchess of Sussex on the balcony of Buckingham Palace alongside other members of the royal family. Mr. Lacey said, "There are grounds for hope and I think the unveiling of Diana's statue will provide a first step." There are other milestones down the road. One objective we have to look at is next summer when we'll be celebrating 70 years of the Queen's monarchy. She will be the first person to want all her family on the balcony with her, that includes the Sussexes and the 2 children. Mr. Lacey said that the pandemic has made the prince's separation worse, adding, "Let's hope the easing of COVID will create some sort of mending and healing." Today's unveiling was due to be larger, with many of Diana's friends invited, but COVID curbs scaled it back. Harry arrived in the UK last Friday after travelling from his US home for only the second time since he and wife Meghan ended royal duties in March 2020. She has stayed in California with the newborn daughter Lilibet Lily, Diana and 2-year-old son Archie. Harry finished 5 days of quarantine at their former Windsor home Frogmore Cottage yesterday and attended a charity event at Kew Gardens. The princes had been reunited briefly at the Windsor funeral of the grandfather the Duke of Edinburgh in April. Aside from that, they have not been seen together since an uncomfortable encounter in March last year at a Commonwealth Day service in Westminster Abbey. The Diana statue was commissioned by the brothers to celebrate the positive impact that their mother had on hundreds of millions of people around the world. Work on the garden started in 2019 and 5 gardeners have spent 1,000 hours planting it up as a tribute to the woman known as the Queen of People's Hearts. There are more than 4,000 flowers, including 500 lavender plants, 200 roses including ballerina and blush noisette varieties, 300 tulips, 100 forget-me-nots, 100 dahlias plus 50 sweet peas. Ms. Morrison said, "This has been a very special project to work on, as the sunken garden was a favorite place of Diana. We have worked carefully to ensure that the new layout and planting scheme complements the statue, providing a calming place for people who visit Kensington Palace to remember the princess." The garden and statue will be free to view during the Palace Gardens opening hours.